yard. Crime Detective. Mystery continues.
Kerala cyanide murder cases have created ripples in the state. Many find it hard to believe that a woman known to be a family-oriented, well-respected and liked could be a cold-blooded killer, and the police are finding it hard to contain the crowds as they take the suspect around to reconstruct the crime.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel Crime Detective. Those are new to my channel, please subscribe. Today we are going to do some detailed investigation of Jolly Joseph case. My name is Mr. Bean.
6 murders over 14 years, Jolly Joseph. Case of cyanide killings that shook Kerala. Jolly Joseph, a resident of Kudathai in the Kozhikode district of Kerala, orchestrated murders in her own family between 2002 and 2016. She killed 6 in all, including her husband. A sweet marriage was turned into a serial killings of the family. Lies turned deaths and deaths turned murders under investigation. Jolly Joseph case in 2019, Kerala was left shocked when police arrested a woman named Jolly Joseph, a resident of Kudathai in the Kozhikode district of Kerala. It was revealed that she had killed 6 persons, including her husband and his parents, among others from the family, between 2002 and 2016. Each time, Jolly had managed to dodge suspicion until her brother-in-law and sister-in-law got suspicious and decided to have the deaths in the family investigated. According to reports, Jolly used cyanide to kill her family members largely with the intention of gaining control over their properties. Family. A family called Ponmattam, which is also called Thomas family, was living in a place called Kudathai in the Kozhikode district of Kerala. Is a well-respected, educated, happy family with strong family values. This family is a family of 5 members. Father Tom Thomas, Mother Annamma Thomas, Elder brother Roy Thomas, Younger brother Rojo Thomas, Youngest sister Renji. It started with lies. It all began after Jolly Joseph married Roy Thomas, the eldest son of Kudathai's Ponnamattam family, whom she met during a family event at a relative's house in 1997. As per a report, Roy had a younger brother, Rojo Thomas, and a sister, Renji. They were an educated, well-settled family. Jolly Joseph, the daughter of a wealthy cardamom farmer in Vajhavra village in Idukki, was mostly known to be a jolly, friendly, and happy-go person. She was the first in her family to go to college, and she was an ambitious woman who was said to have dreams beyond her reach. While introducing herself to the Thomas family, she had said she was highly educated and had later pretended to be working as a lecturer at NIT Calicut in Kozhikode. In reality, she did not really have a job. Jolly's victims and timeline of murders. Jolly's victims included her first husband Roy, her father-in-law Tom Thomas, her mother-in-law Annamma Thomas, Annamma's brother Matthew Manchadiel, her second husband Shaju's first wife Celie, and their daughter Alphine. Annamma, a working woman all her life who insisted on Jolly getting herself a job, was her first victim. As per reports, Jolly's killing spree began in 2002. After every killing, she convinced everyone around her that the deaths were natural and made up stories to ensure there was no room for suspicion. First victim, Jolly's mother-in-law Annamma Thomas in 2002, 22nd August. Annamma Thomas was a school teacher. At the time of marriage, Jolly had lied about having an Master of Commerce degree. According to the reports, while she did go to college, she never completed her post-graduation. Annamma insisted that she should get a job and not let her education go waste. Her persistence only increased after she retired. This bothered Jolly, and she was worried that Annamma might find out about her lies. In 2002, as per reports, Jolly procured cyanide from a veterinary clinic and mixed it in her mother-in-law's soup, which led to Annamma's death. Assuming that it was a natural death due to heart failure, Annamma's family did not go for a post-mortem because Annamma was suffering from other health problems. Here, she managed to escape from her murder. Second victim, Tom Thomas, 2008, August 26th. Second on Jolly's list of victims was her father-in-law, Tom Thomas. The time difference between the two murders was 6 years, leaving little room for suspicion. Tom worked as a senior clerk in the education department. Jolly reportedly had her eyes set on Tom's property as her husband Roy didn't have a stable job to fulfill her demands. Tom owned a decent amount of land. Jolly feared he would give his property to his younger, a settled son Rojo, and she would be left with nothing. In 2008, Tom was in Colombo, Sri Lanka, where his daughter Rangi lived with her family after marriage. From there, he had planned to fly to the US. But Jolly called him back, telling him that she was pregnant and that her husband was drinking too much. So, Tom returned to Kerala, and soon Jolly prepared a stage to kill him by giving him cyanide through a capsule that he used to take medicine. At that time, it appeared to the people around the Jolly that Jolly was the first one to find the dead body, after which she called for help, convincing everyone that it was a cardiac arrest. Jolly had managed to get possession of her father-in-law's title deeds and concocted a forged will according to which all of his properties would go to her husband, Roy, after Tom's death. According to the investigation report, the cyanide was supplied to Jolly by Ms. Matthew, with whom she had an affair. Jolly convinced Ms. Matthew to help her after telling him that her father-in-law had found out about their relationship. Third victim, Jolly's husband Roy, 2011, September 9th. Roy Thomas found out the relationship between Ms. Matthew and Jolly Joseph and even questioned her about it. In 2011, Roy was found lying unconscious on the floor of his bathroom, vomiting and frothing from his mouth. He was declared dead on arrival in hospital. Roy's siblings and their 68-year-old uncle Matthew, who is Annamma's brother, suspected foul play and managed to get an autopsy done, which revealed the presence of cyanide in his body. Jolly, however, managed to convince the police that Roy was a depressed alcoholic and had ended his own life after falling into a huge debt. The local police did not investigate the matter further at that time. It was Roy's death that gave the first ever hint of a murders. Fourth victim, Uncle Manchadiel Matthew, 2014, February 24th. Dissatisfied with the findings of the police, Manchadiel Matthew insisted on probing the mysterious deaths of his sister, brother-in-law, and nephew. Matthew later discovered Jolly's relationship with Ms. Matthew, proprietor of gold shop. His suspicions made the uncle Jolly's next target. In 2014, Jolly invited Uncle Manchadiel Matthew to her house and arranged him an alcoholic drink, Jolly claimed the poor old man's life by mixing cyanide in his alcoholic drink. He collapsed and was rushed to hospital by Jolly and her neighbors, but he was dead by then, before arrival to the hospital. Unfortunately, no post-mortem conducted. Fifth victim, Shaju's daughter Alphine 2014, May 3rd. Jolly had the desire to marry Shaju Zacharias, her husband's first cousin, given that he had a good government job and was well settled. Alphine, Shaju's year-old daughter, became her fifth victim. Alphine was given cyanide at her siblings' Holy Communion. In recent reports, it was said that Jolly gave poison to the child, and in a statement, it was said that Alphine's teen brother had seen Jolly passing the bread to feed Alphine. It was also said that she was believed to have choked the toddler to death at her siblings' Holy Communion function, but similar to other murders, she was the mastermind behind this murder. In Jolly Joseph confession, it was revealed during her confession that she killed Alphine by using mutton curry and bread mixed with cyanide. Here, also no post-mortem conducted because father of Alphine insisted not to conduct post-mortem, saying as it was not their custom to conduct post-mortem in their family. The motive in this particular murder remained unclear, though. Sixth victim, Shaju's first wife Seely 2016, 11th January. Jolly planned to kill Seely so she could marry Shaju. In 2016, she killed Seely by lacing her medicine drink with cyanide. The incident took place when Seely accompanied Jolly for a dental appointment. Since the death occurred in a public place, no one raised suspicion, and Jolly managed to escape suspicion once again. No post-mortem was conducted here also. In 2017, Shaju and Jolly's marriage was happened a year after Shaju's wife Seely's death. How the deaths turned murders. The reality of the deaths unfolded in 2019, and it was established that all the deaths in Kudathai were murders. The case came to light when Rojo Thomas, Jolly Joseph's arrest 2019, October 5th. Jolly was arrested on 5th October 2019 and she confessed to all her crimes. According to the investigation report, her lover, M.S. Matthew, who supplied the cyanide, was also arrested. Both remain in custody and are currently facing trial. Ms. Matthew helped Jolly source cyanide from Praji Kumar, a local goldsmith, according to reports. Confession of Jolly Joseph. As per Kerala reports, Jolly Joseph, who was arrested for allegedly poisoning 6 persons to death in Kudathai in Kozhikode districts, had confessed to the murders after a length of interrogation by police. Police said they had questioned her 4 times, including a 4-hour-long joint interrogation session with her husband Shaju in the last 2.5 months. Initially, Jolly was reluctant to admit to the crime. In the early stages of interrogation, she stuck to her stand that she had no role in the deaths. In the 4th round of questions, when police presented evidence against her in connection with the death of her first husband Roy Thomas, Kozhikode Rural Superintendent of Police K.G. Simon, who is heading the probe team, asked the Jolly to take lie detector test in connection with Roy Thomas' death. She initially agreed to it. The cops asked her to write a consent letter. She initially agreed to it. Though she started writing the letter, she did not complete it. As she put down the pen and paper halfway through, when asked about it, Jolly said she cannot give the application without checking with her husband Shaju. Jolly tried to escape police by giving diverting answers. And when police asked about autopsy report proved wrong Jolly's statement that Roy had died before he ate the dinner. The police pointed that autopsy found undigested food in Roy's stomach, proving that he had dinner just before his death. Jolly then confessed to her involvement in Roy's killing. Later, she admitted that she was behind the other 5 murders and explained the modus operandi in each of the murder. Forensic evidence. Forensic probe finds no presence of cyanide in 4 bodies, but found cyanide only in Roy Thomas and Seeley. Motive of murders initially lies turned to deaths, and deaths turned murders. Her only motive was said to have an easy, wealthy life. In 2020, thank you for watching. Please subscribe Crime Detective for latest updates about the crimes news and many more videos about crimes around the world.